Hey there guys, Chet here. I'm going to show you a secret automation inside of Pipedrive that basically acts like a relentless virtual manager for your sales team. It tells your sales reps exactly who to call and exactly what to say. It also guarantees that not a single prospect ever gets forgotten. Most people think you need to pay for an expensive outside tool to build a system like this, but you can actually build this entire activity machine for free right inside of your account. I'll show you the exact buttons to click in just a minute, but first you have to understand why your current manual follow-up system is destroying your revenue. Before we dive into the strategy, I have a massive gift just for you. If you look in the description below, you will find a link to get an exclusive 30-day free trial of Pipedrive. If you go to their normal website, they only give you 14 days. My link gives you a full month to build and test this exact automation risk-free. And if you decide to keep using it after the trial, the discount is applied automatically when you sign up through my link, which means that you'll get the same powerful Pipedrive as everyone else, but you're going to pay less. I've also linked my totally free Pipedrive Masterclass to help you set everything up from scratch. Make sure to grab those links right now. Okay, let's talk about the brutal reality of normal sales floors. A brand new lead comes into your system from your website. Your sales rep gets very excited and calls them right away. But in the real world, the prospect almost never answers the phone on the first try, so your representative leaves a quick, polite voicemail and plans to call them back tomorrow. However, when tomorrow gets here, 5 brand new leads drop into the system. Your rep gets completely distracted by the new shiny leads and entirely forgets about the person from yesterday. A week goes by, and that first lead goes completely cold. You spent hard-earned marketing dollars to get that person to your website, and now that money is completely gone. You are losing thousands of dollars in commissions simply because human beings have terrible memories. You can't expect your team to remember who called using sticky notes or messy spreadsheets. When a sales rep has 50 active deals, it's impossible to keep track of every single follow-up. You need a system that takes human memory out of the equation entirely, and this is where Pipedrive workflow automations come into play. We're going to build a 2-part automated cadence that forces your team to take action. The first part is the spark that starts the engine. You go into your automation tab on the left side of your screen and create a brand new rule. Now, the trigger for this rule is simple. You just tell the software to watch for whenever a brand new deal is created in your pipeline. When that new deal is created, the software needs to take immediate action. So you tell it to automatically create a new activity. I like to name this activity something very clear, like first cold outreach call. You assign this activity directly to the deal owner. This is incredibly smart because if someone goes on vacation and you change the owner of the deal, the system automatically adapts. The new owner will instantly see the tasks on their own screen. You also tell the software to link this activity to the specific deal, the specific organization, and the specific person. This ensures that your sales rep has all of the contact information right in front of them. Here's a massive pro tip for this first activity. Inside the notes section of the activity, you should type out your exact standard operating procedure. You literally write out the script you want them to use. You tell them, if the prospect answers the phone, say this exact sentence. You tell them, if they do not answer the phone, leave this exact voicemail. When you hire a brand new sales representative, you do not have to spend weeks training them on what to do. You just tell them to log into Pipedrive and follow the instructions written inside their daily tasks. It turns your CRM into a living training manual. At the very bottom of those instructions, you should tell your team exactly what the software will do next. You type a note saying, if you mark this task as done and the deal is still open, a new reminder will appear in 3 days. This stops your team from panicking and creating duplicate manual reminders. You save the automation and turn it on so it's active for every user in your account. Now, we move to the second part of this machine. The first automation created the initial phone call. Now we need to handle the follow-up. You create a second automation rule, but this time the trigger is different. You tell the software to watch for an activity to be updated. Specifically, you want it to watch for the exact task named first cold outreach call. When your sales representative finishes their call and marks that specific task as done, the software wakes up, but you do not want the software to immediately tell them to call the prospect again. This will be incredibly annoying for everyone involved. You need to add a delay. You tell the software to wait exactly 3 days. Pipedrive even has a brilliant little feature where you can tell it to skip weekends. This means if the 3-day delay lands on Saturday, the software will pause and wait until Monday morning. This keeps your team from logging in on Monday to a mountain of overdue weekend tasks. After the 3-day delay is over, you must add a safety check. You do not want to keep calling a prospect if they already bought your product or if they told you they're not interested. You need to tell the software to look at the deal and check its current status. If the deal has been moved to a new stage, like meeting being booked, the software quietly stops the automation. If the deal was marked as lost, it also stops. But if the deal is still sitting in that very first new lead stage and is still marked as open, the software knows the prospect is actively ignoring you. When those conditions are met, the software triggers its final action. It automatically creates a brand new activity. You name this one second cold outreach call. It assigns it right back to the deal owner with the exact same links and instructions. Now, your sales rep logs in on that third day and sees a fresh task waiting for them. They do not have to think. They do not have to remember. They just execute the task on their screen. When you build this system, you should always test it before you let your team use it. But waiting 3 days to see if a test works is very frustrating. So when you're building the delay step, you temporarily set it to wait for only 1 minute. You go to your pipeline and create a fake deal with a fake name. You mark the first activity as done, and then you watch the screen. 1 minute later, the second activity will magically appear. Now, if something goes wrong during your test, Pipedrive has a great history tab inside the automation section. You can click on the history tab and see exactly what the software was thinking. It will show you if a condition was met or if an action failed. This makes it incredibly easy to troubleshoot and fix any mistakes. Once you confirm that the machine is working perfectly, you just go back into the settings and change the delay back to 3 days. The beauty of this setup is that you can expand it as much as you want. If you want a third follow-up call to happen 5 days later, you just duplicate the second automation and change the names. You tell the system to watch for the second call to be marked as done, wait 5 days, and generate a third call. You can build an entire month of automated follow-ups without ever paying for an outside tool. You get total control over your sales process natively within your own software. The simple two-step automation changes the entire culture of your sales floor. It removes the stress of trying to manage a massive pipeline by memory. Your team stops worrying about who is falling behind. They simply open their activity list every morning, look at what's due today, and let the software guide their day. You get maximum productivity with zero extra management effort from you. If you want to build this exact system right now, go click the link in the description, claim your extended 30-day free trial, and start automating your busy work. And do not forget to take advantage of the free course link below to learn even more advanced strategies. Build your machine today. I'll see you in the next video.